Hey, what is going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I am super happy and excited to see all of you today. I have a pretty fun video for today and I haven't done one of these videos in a while. Super excited to share with all of you what I've been selling, what's selling for me, and little tips and tricks about how I've been growing my business. So it should be a pretty fun video today. I'm actually coming off of a pretty good day of sales. I'm just a little over $500 in revenue for the day, which is fantastic. Yesterday I did about $550 for the day, so a couple good days back to back, and I'm starting to string together a really good stretch of days, and I can really feel my business starting to take the next step, which is super exciting. So in today's video, I actually have 5 items that sold today. Yep, today, all within the day that I'm filming this video. All fetched me over $25. It'd be cool to do kind of a what's sold video like this, but of some really like real-time items of the day of, and all items that are in a good ballpark as far as price, you know, all $25 or over. I think that's a very good sweet spot for a lot of people. And generating a good income, whether it be through brick and mortar sales or e-commerce sales, $25 I feel like is a good stepping stone to be able to generate a good income. If you can string together a good amount of $25 sales, it can really start to add up fast. I mean, it only takes 4 of those to make $100. So I thought it'd be fun to do that today. These are 5 items that I sold today that fetched me at least $25. So before I get into this list of items that sold today, I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you who've been watching my videos and helping me out and contributing and liking videos and commenting and subscribing. You guys are literally the best. But if you're new to this channel, I just want to introduce myself super quick. My name is Jacob and I own a full-time online reselling business called Vintage by Jacob. I started out selling vintage clothes and now I sell basically everything under the sun, but primarily used apparel online on sites like Poshmark, which is where I generate most of my sales. But yes, I am a business owner and entrepreneur. I own a e-commerce business selling stuff online, and I've been using this YouTube channel to document my day-to-day processes of me trying to scale my business. See, I think it's gonna be really cool, like 5 years from now, looking back on this channel and seeing all the incremental steps that I took to scale my business into something really special. So that's the whole concept of this channel, like a video diary that is here to help you guys along the way so you can learn from my failed experiences, all my successes and failures and all that stuff. I think it's just a really good way to grow my business, document it, and provide you guys a ton of value all at the same time. So that is the concept of this channel. If you want to be a part of this really cool community here that we're growing and you want to jump on it early so you're not a bandwagoner later on, then obviously subscribe. That is a fantastic way to stay updated every single time I upload a video like this video for the spiel before the YouTube algorithm loves it when you like this video, and I cannot thank each and every one of you guys who like my videos. It means so much to me. And lastly, if you want to talk, you have any comments, questions, concerns, hit me up in the comment section down below. I would love to talk to each and every one of you down there. All right, my spiel is over. I'm just gonna jump right into it. The first sale that I wanna talk to you guys about today is this LL Bean shell jacket. For the record, this video isn't just if you have a reselling business like me and you sell garments or apparel or sporting goods or anything like that. This can translate across a whole gamut of different industries. What I'm selling right now can really apply to a bunch of different products. I mean, just the philosophies of each of these items and kind of the categories they fall in, and I'll explain more as I go. But the first sale was this LL Bean shell jacket. This is a super nice jacket. You've all heard of the company LL Bean. They are a fantastic outerwear and sporting goods and outdoor equipment company, born and raised in on the East Coast in New England and Maine. I believe they still make a lot of their boots there, you know, the classic LL Bean duck boots. But this is a shell jacket, and I actually got $25 for this jacket. I got it at the bins. Pretty lightweight jacket. It probably cost me about $1.50, $1.80. I made a lot of profit in this jacket, and I'm super grateful for that. And if you don't know what a shell jacket is, basically the term a shell jacket, what that means is it'll be your final piece that you would layer over everything that you're wearing. So for example, if you're gonna go skiing or snowboarding or do something else, you have to dress for some pretty cold weather. What you would do is you would wear, well, some sort of thermal base layer, and then you'd wear some sort of insulation layer like a thick sweatshirt or a lightweight jacket, and then on top of all of that you would put a shell garment such as this LL Bean shell jacket. Now shell jackets are typically waterproof, they're somewhat breathable, and they're good for, like I said, conditions like skiing or snowboarding or maybe hiking. We're coming upon the middle of winter where people are at their peak of, doing winter recreational events. So people are still searching for stuff to wear outside in the winter, and this is a good example of that jacket. And like I said, even if you don't sell apparel like me, it's the height of winter recreation right now. So maybe you're not selling clothes or jackets like this LL Bean jacket. Maybe you sell something that pertains to some sort of winter recreation. This is proof that people are still buying this stuff to use, well, in the winter, I'm assuming. So yeah, my first sale that I want to share with you guys is this LL Bean shell jacket, and I got $25 for it. Next up is something you might wear under a shell jacket, and it is this Northern Expedition Goose Down puffer vest. I got $25 for this vest. Super lightweight vest. I probably paid $1 for it at the bins because I pay by the pound. So if something's lighter, I pay a lot less for it. And I actually got $25 for this jacket. So a ton of profit on this jacket as well. Again, with the outdoors winter theme, this is probably a vest somebody is going to be using for some sort of recreational winter event. They could be layering it underneath a shell jacket, but this is a goose down vest. And if you don't know, goose down is a fantastic insulator, and people really seek out goose down because it's a very specific and technical insulation, and it's probably one of the best insulators on earth. I bet you a lot of money. For instance, this vest I got $25 for it, which might not sound like a lot for a goose down, but unfortunately this is from an extremely generic company. I mean, Northern Expedition isn't anything to write home about, but this is a vest that's made out of goose down, and even though it doesn't have the big brand name appeal to it, I still got $25 for it, which is super, super awesome. If this was like a North Face or like a Patagonia or one of those really, really in-demand brands, this is probably a $75 to $100 vest. Even as it is as a generic vest, I still got $25 for it. So I thought it was a super, super good sale, and it follows along with that winter trend that we're seeing. And it makes sense. It's cold out now for most places, so you're obviously going to see a lot of this winter gear start to go. All right, so the next item is actually another jacket, and it'll be the last jacket that I'm talking about today because, to be honest with you guys, I could be talking about jackets all day long because I've been selling a ton of them, but I thought this was a really cool one to talk about. This is actually from a company called John Paul Richard. It's a suede leather jacket. So not the typical like winter jacket you think of, but it is a very nice leather jacket. It's made out of a suede leather, and you probably know what suede leather is, but it's not like a traditional leather that you're thinking of. It's that leather that like Ugg boots are made out of. It has that kind of like fuzzy side to it, and I believe it's the inside grain of the leather. Could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that that's what it is. This is just a really, really nice leather jacket. It has a really nice rich tone to it, and I got $35 for this jacket. It's a little bit of a heavier jacket, so I probably paid about $3 for it at the bins, but I sold it for $35, so that's about what, 1,000% on my money, which is super, super good. And the reason I wanted to talk about this jacket as well, much like the down vest, because John Paul Richard is a crazy brand name as well, and it doesn't have that crazy brand appeal. They do make very, very nice garments and very good quality garments, but they don't, fetch a ton of money just for the brand name. But people really like to seek out high quality materials, like a good, genuine suede leather jacket. Regardless of the brand name, people will search out and seek out those materials. So think like your high quality leathers and your high quality woolens and insulations like down, whether it be goose or duck down, linen and silk, just a whole gamut of really, really nice quality materials that garments are made out of, and people will seek that out regardless of the brand name. And I know we get in our head a lot of times, especially when you're in my business and as people who just become so brand loyal, you know, like we feel like our clothes aren't clean unless we use Tide. But a lot of times that isn't the case. A lot of times things are made out of the same quality materials while the fancy brand name stuff is made out of. So if you're in a business like mine, and some people get a bad taste in their mouth if they can't find, you know, the really high quality brand names, you know, the, like I said, the North Faces and the Patagonias and the Lululemons and the Arbitrage and all these fancy brand names that do super well in an industry like mine. We kind of get a bad taste in our mouth when we can't find those garments, but we have to realize that there's a lot of things out there that are made out of the exact same materials that fancy brand name garments are made out of. And yeah, they're not going to fetch as much money as to say if this was an All Saints jacket or some fancy leather jacket like that. No, it's not going to fetch, you know, the $200-300 that jacket will fetch. But I only paid $3 for this jacket, and it's made out of a very high quality material, and I sold it for $35, and I sold it pretty fast. So there's definitely something to be said about that, and there's definitely a lot of opportunity there that I think people just tend to pass up, which is too bad. But if you're going to learn anything from this sale, definitely keep an eye out for really high quality materials, and yeah, you should be good to go from there. All right, second to last item I want to share with you guys today is this pair of Cowgirl Tough jeans. And I don't know if you guys have heard of Cowgirl Tough. I'm not super familiar with them. I know that there is a store in my local mall, a Cowgirl Tough jean store. I'm sure by the name that is what they specialize in. But they do seem like really high quality jeans, and I wanted to share it with you guys because I don't have a ton of experience selling them, but they sold really fast and they sold for good money. I got $25 for this pair of jeans. I paid maybe $1 for them, which is a fantastic profit margin. And they're just a really good quality pair of jeans. They have like a nice Western style to them. And if you're in an industry like mine, regardless of the industry, it always seems like those Western style just stuff sells super well. I mean, if you've ever dove into the world of, like, let's say horse saddles or ranch wear or stuff like that, a lot of that stuff can get really niche, and a lot of that stuff can get very expensive. I heard a really cool quote a long time ago portraying to people who own horses when they shop for houses. Big decision factor for them when purchasing a house is never about the house, it's always about the horse barn. So I just think that there's a lot of merit to that, and a lot of good Western style stuff can fetch a good profit. Much like these jeans, I got $25 for them. Like I said, I paid $1 for them, and I'm not really that familiar with the brand, and maybe you guys are, or maybe you guys aren't, but Cowgirl Tough, probably a pretty good brand to resell. All right, now the last sale I want to talk to you guys about today is this pair of Sorel duck boots. Now I talked about LL Bean earlier, and this is a very similar looking pair to the classic LL Bean bean boots. Like Sorel's version of them, I paid $6 for them at the thrift store. So I paid up a little bit than I normally do, or like the other items on this list, but I sold them very fast for $35. I knew that they were gonna sell. I knew that they were gonna sell fast. I knew they were definitely worth more than $6, and they're just a really nice pair of pretty high quality, you know, nice leather and rubber duck style boots. I mean, we all know Sorel, we all know their famous caribou boot. They have a long heritage as well, and I know there's a lot of debate about their boots, but for the most part they make a pretty good quality pair of boots that obviously fetches a good amount on the second-hand market. Like I said, I paid $6 for these boots, sold them for $35. There's definitely a little bit of brand name recognition in there. There's also a good amount of quality and good materials used in these boots, so I think that's just a good combination overall, and that's probably why they sold so fast. I only sat on them for 2 or 3 days, which is fantastic. If all my items had that turnaround, I would just, you know, I wouldn't know what to do with myself. I'd be so happy. So at the end of the day, Sorel, probably a great brand to sell overall, but the style of these boots is super cool. Duck boots are super like coveted, and people love to wear them in the fall time, in the winter time. They're just super good in like sloppy weather when it's rainy out or muddy or slush. They're just good for honestly a whole variety of environments and temperatures. So I think that's why people really like them. But yeah, Sorel duck boots, got $35 for them. All right, so those are the 5 things that I wanted to share with you guys. I sold every single one of these items today. So I'm pretty sure the day you're seeing this video, that's when I sold them. So I just really wanted to give you guys some like real-time updates and just kind of what's going on in my business, what's selling. Maybe something from this video can translate to your business. Like I said, even if you don't sell clothes, you know, think about, well, it's winter obviously. Think about why are people buying some of these garments that are made with higher quality materials? You know, there's just a whole bunch of different things you could think about that you could apply to a whole gamut of different industries. So that's my video for today. I really hope you guys learned something. Like I said, if you want to contribute and help out this channel, the best way to do it is by subscribing, liking this video, and commenting. You guys are literally the best. I could literally do none of this without you. Every time you guys like a video or you comment, it gives me the fizz and it gets me just so excited and just makes me want to make more videos. So I hope I'm helping you guys out. If I am, let me know in the comment section down below. That's all for today's video. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your evening. I hope your business is killing it. If you don't have a business yet, I hope I can inspire you to maybe start one or start thinking like a business owner. So that's today's video. Have a good rest of your day. Be good to one another, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.